Hi, I'm Steve from Yamaha and I'm here today with dv247.com to have a brief overview of the latest synth in the Yamaha range, the MoX6. What we've got here is the MoX6, also available is the MoX8 in 88 note weighted action. What we're going to look at is we're going to have a brief overview of the whole keyboard and then we're going to go in depth into each section and then we're going to hear some sounds later on. This, as I said, is the latest in the synth range and it's following on from the Motif heritage, which has been going since 2001 with the Motif Classic, then the ES in 2004, the Motif XS in 2008 and the current XF, which is the current Workstation flagship. This has the entire sound section and effects section of the Motif XS Workstation, which is still found on stages worldwide. You can see them absolutely everywhere. Basically, just under 350 meg of wave ROM, about 6,500 arpeggio styles and just over 1,000 preset voices. It's capable of great expressive sounds because it's an 8 oscillator synth at the heart of it, which means you can have 8 individual elements building up one sound in voice mode, and then you have a performance mode which can layer up to 4 of these sounds together, so you can make huge patches for the synth heads out there. You can really sort of layer some great massive synth leads and wobbling LFO inspired sort of basses. Great thing about Yamaha is our relationship with Steinberg and Cubase. So this comes bundled with Cubase AI, as everything does in the Yamaha Pro range. Not only does it come with Cubase AI, but it comes with 2 VSTs. It comes with Steinberg Prolog, which is an analog modeling synth, and it also comes with a B3 organ emulator, as well as fantastic editing features. And as an actual mastering keyboard, it also really fits the bill. On this PC over here, you've got your sound selections. So you have your preset banks labeled A to H, and then your 16 preset buttons here, which you can just have fast access to your sounds. You've got your voice and performance modes, which you can select where you've got your different banks of sounds. And for ease of use, when you first get it, you can just go straight into voice mode, get a category search, and all your sounds are all listed under categories. So you can scroll through them using the jog wheel, keyboard, piano, organ, guitar, bass, strings, for example. It's okay, I want to find an ensemble string sound. So you go down to the subcategory, solo, ensemble, enter, and all your ensemble sounds are all listed and very easily auditioned. So that's a really great way of getting to your sounds. Once you've found the sound you want, hit enter, and it appears on the nice display. And it's very easy to then map it to your 16 presets for live use. You've got Performance Bank, which can be layers, splits, or up to 4 arpeggios running at the same time. So you can have your bass ups running with synths and pianos and drums. So that's where you find all your inspiring performances. You've got your song mode. So even though it's like the little brother of the Motif, you've still got a 16-track full sequencer inside here. You've got pattern mode for pattern recording, a performance recording. But then you've got your master mode, your mixing, and all your file and utility bits over here. You've got a really nice clear display, which is very fast to maneuver around, along with your 12 soft function keys along here, which are also fantastic controller keyboard functions, enabling you to open windows and open VSTs, etc., when being used as a remote. Over here, you've got your sequencer transport controls and your effect settings, and then here you've got a lovely matrix of live sound controls. So you've got 8 rotary encoders, which can do cutoff, attack, octave range, reverb send, portamento, everything you want, and it's all here ready for sort of hands-on controlling. Additional to this, which is the first in any of our Yamaha range, it's got a built-in audio interface, and that's on this side here. So in the back you've got 2 inputs, so you can plug a microphone in or plug a guitar in or another synth in. You've got gain control on the top, input on and off, and then you've got a mastering level here along with an LED level so you can see your input control. And so here you've got a sound card all built in, so fantastic. Now what we're going to do is just go through the bread and butter of all keyboards, is the sounds. Okay, so we're going to go through some voices and some performances, and so I can show you what this beast is really capable of. First of all, we're going to kick off with some performances that I've left in my master mode. So I can go to performances, category search, favorites, and they're all listed on the screen for me. So I can go to things like we've got all these sort of things. Let's go down to this one here, which is great for your ballads. Feel free to sing along. Let's keep on going. So then we've got all different sort of stuff. So let's go for some funky sort of stuff. You got let's go down to, here we are, Electro Club. So you get your different sort of things. If I go enter, it gives me access to all my different up styles. So I can go change up, bring beat back in, bigger beat, etc, etc. So I go back into my favourites mode, and all my sounds are all in a nice list for me, the ones I've chosen before. So here we go, some nice layers. So you've got things like, here we go. And down to Dreamscape. So you've got a monophonic flute in the top and some arpeggiating strings in the bottom left. Some big pads and layers. So that's some examples of some performances. Hit into voice mode. I can then go category search favourites, where all my sounds are all listed again. So I've got my grand pianos. To basics like piano and strings. Carry on going down, I've got some EPs. Keep on scrolling down my list, I've got things like more EPs. The organs. And here I've got an assignable function, so I know that on assignable function 2, I've got overdrive. I can turn it off. I can ramp it up. Back to my favourites. Enter. things like my sample switching on my classical guitar, which can also be assigned to velocity. And what else are we going to go through? Just go for a quick idea of some strings again. So you've got big. So we've got some big background pads. Nice sweet little electric violins. Making use of the assignable function key, so if I'm in that. And then a nice slow bow. But also capable of some really cutting sort of sounds because it's got such an easy editor. So if I get out of my favourites, go to my basic sort of category search, down to my user bank of some of the sounds that I've made, so A1, you've got some really vicious sort of... so you can get right into the LFOs and oscillators, etc. As I was saying, you can get real deep editing. So you can get right into it. So all in all, an extremely flexible synth.